Right, jet setters, quick video. This is the last video I'm going to do exposing the idiots who talk about the fake futures market, because this is one of the great examples that you'll see of why the futures market is the real market. The futures market is not the fake market. The cash market is the part-time market. Right? The cash market, get that again, the cash market is the part-time market, right? The futures market is the real market, right? And here's why, right? These two charts, they're both 15-minute charts for the same period. Look at all these 15-minute intervals that you've got to trade in the cash, right? Look at all the 15-minute intervals you've got to trade in the futures. Do you see any gaps here? I don't see any gaps here. I don't see a single one. Do you see any gaps here? Oh, yeah, I do actually. How big is that one? Oh, 2%. Oh, right. And to actually wear it open, 2.5%. Oh, just an easy 108 points on the S&P, right? Let's look at what happened here. So these crosshairs, you see they're synced up, right? So we've got that bar there, which is like, Australian time, 24th of February at 4 a.m. in the morning. That's Australian time, right? There we go. And here we go. We tick over. You can see these crosshairs moving in sync. They all kind of go up, until here, where the cash market, of course, closes and everyone just, clocks off for the day because they think the futures market is the fake market, which of course it is not. Then from this point onwards here, right, in the futures market, the real market, which trades 24 hours a day, a couple of breaks for, settling things, you've got all this price action here, all of it up here until finally we are back at where the market, the cash market, has just opened, right? So here we've got this massive gap, right, where if you're only trading the cash market and you're under the delusion, right, because some idiot has probably told you the futures market is a fake market, not to be trusted, right? You've gone to bed and you've woken up in the morning, you've been able to do absolutely nothing for 16 hours out of a 24-hour day, and you're wearing like a 2%, gap where you can't do anything, which could either make you or cost you a lot of money. Whereas if you're in the futures, you've just got this continual price action and good liquidity that you can trade. And of course, what happened here, right? This was when Vladimir Putin, he kind of gets up and he does his conference at 6 a.m. in the morning Russian time. What's America doing then, right? They're asleep. The cash market is asleep while we're witnessing one of the biggest geopolitical announcements in the past, couple of decades, I don't know. So this is the futures market. This is the cash market. Do you want this, right? Or do you want this? Frankly, I want this, right? So for the last time, if you ever watch any channels and there's some little wiener, some 20-something, guy who's got no proper university education, who's never worked in financial markets, who is basically a lone wolf or just, works with another mate from home. If you're ever watching any of those, and some of these guys have tens of thousands of subscribers and thousands of views every day, and they're trying to make money out of you, out of saying, making up stuff, talking about the fake futures market, talking about Wall Street conspiracies, talking about how retail people get screwed over by options or the Fed or whatever, right? It's all bullshit, right? It's all pure bullshit. They're making it up because it appeals to people's psyche, but it is total and utter bullshit. And one of the myths they have peddled is that the futures market is the fake market and not to be trusted. And they do that because most people don't have the capital to trade futures, right? Because it is more expensive and it's more risky and it's more leverage than trading, punting in and out of Tesla or whatever on a day-to-day basis. But the futures market is the real market. The cash market is the part-time pretenders market. If you want to be a professional trader, you need to have a futures account and trade the futures market, or at least be prepared to, so that when Vladimir Putin pulls out his stunt at 6 a.m. in the morning, right, you can do something between then, so that you are not exposed to that gap. That gap could cost you a lot of money, right? A lot of money. And if you've been listening to any little idiots who talk about the futures market and rubbishing as the fake futures market, turn them off, tell them to fuck off, right? They do not deserve your attention. They certainly don't deserve your money to sell you their shitty little training courses or to join their shitty little private chat rooms, right? The reason why I do these channels is because I've been in the market for decades. I'm university educated. I worked in financial markets, in a proper trading room, at a rated Australian investment bank, traded markets in interest rates, commodities, equities, foreign exchange, interest rates, options, swaps, spot, forward, you name it, right? I've either traded it or managed people who have, or worked alongside people who have done that, whether it's in risk management or whatever. I know this stuff. I've made money from it, and I've lost money from it, right? So I understand these markets better than these little wieners who are qualified to do nothing, frankly, apart from publish endless clickbait, right? So that's it. That's the end of it. That should be my last word on fake futures market. May I never hear anyone utter those stupid, dumbass, fucking moronic words ever again in my entire life. I hope they start talking about the part-time cash market and do everyone a favour and teach them about what real risk management is about. And risk management is about managing your gapping risk. And in the futures market, you don't have it. In the cash market, there's no shortage of it. Manage your gapping risk. Don't be a part-time trader. Okay, ciao.